What if I told you that the power to shape your reality is already within you? It's not a fantasy. It's the result of aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what you truly want. This is not magic. It's manifestation. But here's the thing. Many of us spend our lives waiting, hoping, wishing for something to change. We look to the world outside and wonder why things don't fall into place the way we expect them to. Why do our dreams seem so distant? Why do our efforts feel like they're hitting a wall? The answer, as surprising as it might sound, is simpler than you think. It starts not with what you wish for, but how you ask. This isn't about casting a wish into the universe and hoping for the best. It's about understanding how to communicate with the creative forces that surround you, and even more importantly, the forces within you. Think of it like this. The universe is not a genie in a bottle, waiting for your next wish. It's a mirror. It reflects what's happening inside you. What you believe, what you feel, what you imagine, it all gets reflected back into your reality. The real magic isn't in what you say, it's in how you feel about what you say. In this moment, I want you to ask yourself, what is it that you truly desire? But more importantly, how are you asking for it? Are you hoping, doubting, or waiting? Or are you stepping into the feeling of already having it? Because that's where the shift happens. This is where dreams stop being dreams and start becoming reality. The power to create the life you want lies in how you ask the universe. When you align your inner world with your deepest desires, the world outside has no choice but to reflect it back to you. This is the essence of manifestation. And today, we're going to uncover how you can start asking the universe like this. Because when you do, it is done. Your imagination is not just a playground for idle thoughts. It's the most powerful tool you have for shaping your life. Think about that for a moment. Every great invention, every breakthrough in human history, every transformation we admire, began in someone's imagination. The smartphone you're holding, the car you drive, the home you live in, once lived only in someone's mind. But the power to imagine doesn't belong only to inventors and innovators. It belongs to all of us. We've all had moments where we've daydreamed about a better future, a better life. You've probably imagined yourself in that dream job, living in that beautiful home, or perhaps traveling the world. But how many of us actually understand that what we imagine can become our reality? That our daydreams are not just fleeting thoughts, but the blueprint for what's possible. What if, instead of treating your imagination as a fleeting escape from reality, you embraced it as the gateway to creating the reality you want? The truth is, your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. When you vividly picture something, feel the emotions associated with it, your brain begins to believe it. And when your mind believes, the world around you starts to shift. The first step to manifesting is understanding that your imagination is the gateway to your desires. It's the canvas where you can paint your future, where you can sculpt the life you want. But here's the key. You can't just visit that place in your mind once and walk away. You must live in it, feel it, breathe it. Let it become so real in your heart and mind that the universe has no choice but to bring it into your reality. When you ask the universe through your imagination, you're not just dreaming, you're creating. And that's when the magic happens. The key to manifesting is not in hoping something will happen, but in feeling as though it already has. Let that sink in for a moment. So often we find ourselves hoping, wishing, and waiting for the things we want. We say, I hope this happens, or I really want that to come true. But what if I told you that hope, while powerful, is not enough? What if the real magic lies in feeling like it's already done? Like you're already living in the reality you desire? Think about it. Reflect on the times in your life when you truly believed in something, whether it was landing that perfect job, finding love, or achieving a personal goal. There was a moment when you stopped wishing and started feeling like it was already yours. That feeling of excitement, joy, or peace is what sets things in motion. When you live in that emotional state of already having it, the universe responds. You start attracting the very things that align with that feeling. Take a moment to recall those times. You weren't just dreaming of success, you were living in it emotionally and mentally. And that's where the shift happens. When you believe it's already yours, your thoughts, actions, and even the energy you project to the world begin to reflect that belief. So how do you start? You align your inner world, your emotions, your belief, your mindset, with the outcome you desire. Instead of waiting for that dream to happen, feel like it's already part of your life. Walk through your day with the confidence, gratitude, and joy of someone who has already achieved what they wanted. This is not pretending, it's believing. When you do this, you're not just asking the universe for your desires, you're affirming that they are already on their way. This is the core of manifesting. The universe doesn't respond to words alone. It responds to the emotions and belief behind them. The art of assumption is about embodying the feeling of what you want. It's more than just visualizing your desires. It's about believing in so deeply in them that they become part of your everyday reality. When you start to assume that what you desire is already yours, you begin to live as though it's true. And when you do that, the universe will mirror that belief back to you. Assumption isn't a passive act, it's active. It's a daily practice of immersing yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Think of it this way. You're not waiting for the right job, relationship, or opportunity to come knocking at your door. Instead, you're already living in the energy of having it. You're waking up each day expecting your desires to unfold, not because you hope for them, but because in your heart, you already believe they've arrived. Take, for example, the woman in the video who landed her dream job. She didn't sit around hoping someone would discover her talents. She assumed. The role she desired was already hers. Every day she would visualize herself in that position, feel the excitement and fulfillment of doing the work she loved. Over time, her belief aligned with her reality, and the job she imagined became hers. The truth is, you too can achieve your goals by embracing the art of assumption. What does it mean to live in the end? It means acting as if the outcome you want is already your present. You don't wait for it. You just feel it, breathe it. You let it guide how you think, how you act, how you approach every moment. And that's the shift from someone who hopes to someone who expects. By making your desires feel real within you, you change everything. You're no longer stuck in a cycle of wishing for something to happen. Instead, you're taking control of your inner world, and the outer world will follow suit. This is how you move from dreaming about your future to actually living it. We all have doubts. It's human nature. When things don't seem to be happening fast enough, or when we're faced with obstacles, it's easy to let those doubts take over. We start questioning whether we're on the right path, whether we're asking the universe correctly, or if what we want is even possible. Doubt creeps in like a shadow, dimming the light of our belief. But here's the truth. The universe doesn't operate on our timeline. It operates on faith. And faith doesn't mean knowing exactly how or when things will happen. It means trusting that they will. It means holding on to the feeling of your desires already being fulfilled, even when you can't yet see the evidence of it. It's important to remember that doubt is a natural part of the process. The key is not to let it define your actions. When doubt arises, and it will, don't ignore it, but also don't dwell on it. Acknowledge it for what it is, a fleeting thought, a momentary challenge. Then, return to the feeling of your desire already being fulfilled. Go back to that place in your heart where you believe, where you feel the joy, the excitement, the peace of having what you want. In those moments of doubt, remind yourself that you are on a journey, and journeys take time. Just because you don't see the result right now doesn't mean the universe isn't working behind the scenes. Every time you return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you strengthen your connection to that reality. You reaffirm to the universe and to yourself that you trust the process. So the next time doubt knocks on your door, let it pass, but don't invite it in. Instead, ground yourself in your belief. Feel the truth of your desires and trust that the universe is aligning things in ways you can't yet see. Because the universe is always listening, always responding. And when you hold steady in your faith, your desires have no choice but to manifest. There are a few traps that can derail your manifesting journey. Impatience, focusing on what's missing, and doubting the process. These are the obstacles that can sneak in when you're on the path to creating the life you desire. And if left unchecked, they can block the very things you're trying to attract. Let's start with impatience. It's something we've all experienced. You've been visualizing, feeling the emotions, and yet, nothing seems to be happening. How many times have you felt frustrated when things didn't come together as quickly as you hoped? It's easy in those moments to lose faith, to start questioning whether you're doing something wrong. But here's the truth. Manifestation operates on universal timing, not our personal schedules. Impatience sends a signal to the universe that you don't trust the process, and this can create resistance. Another pitfall is focusing on what's missing. This is a big one. When you constantly dwell on what you don't have, whether it's money, love, or success, you're reinforcing the energy of lack. And the universe will always reflect back what you focus on. If you focus on the absence of something, you'll attract more of that absence. It's a cycle that's hard to break, but crucial to recognize. Think about the times when you've been so consumed with what's missing from your life that it became all you could see. Maybe it was the promotion you didn't get, or the relationship that didn't work out. In those moments, the more you focused on what you lacked, the further away your desires seemed to drift. This is the trap of scarcity thinking, and it's one of the biggest challenges to overcome in the manifesting process. Finally, there's doubt, the sneaky voice that whispers, "Is this really working?" Doubt weakens your belief, and when you allow it to take root, it can unravel the progress you've made. The key is to acknowledge doubt without letting it take control. Remember, doubts are natural, but they don't have to dictate your actions or your energy. Here's the actionable takeaway. Stay committed to your vision. Avoid the pitfalls of negative thinking and impatience. When you catch yourself focusing on what you don't have, gently shift your focus back to what you want. Instead of obsessing over how long it's taking, celebrate the small signs that your desire is on its way. Trust that the universe is aligning things perfectly for you, even if you can't see the results yet. Keep your focus on what you want, not what you don't have. That shift in perspective will keep you on track, allowing the universe to bring your desires into your reality without unnecessary roadblocks. When we talk about manifesting and the power of assumption, it's not just theory. It's something that real people have applied to transform their lives, and the results speak for themselves. In the video, we hear stories of individuals who embraced these principles, shifted their mindset, and saw their desires materialize. Take, for example, the woman who manifested her dream job. She didn't have connections. She didn't have an inside track. What she had was a clear vision and the unwavering belief that the job she wanted was already hers. Every day she imagined herself in that role, feeling the success and fulfillment of doing the work she loved. She embodied the feeling of already having the job, and soon enough, the opportunity came knocking. This wasn't a stroke of luck. It was the power of assumption in action. Then there's the story of the man who healed his relationship. At a time when things seemed broken beyond repair, he turned to the practice of manifesting. Instead of focusing on the conflicts and negativity, he began to imagine harmonious interactions with his partner. He visualized love, peace, and connection, feeling the emotions as if they were already part of his daily life. Over time, that energy shifted the dynamic of their relationship, and what once felt impossible became a reality. These aren't just isolated anecdotes. They're our evidence of what's possible when you shift your internal world to align with your desires. These stories show that when you move from hoping to believing, when you embody the feelings of your wish fulfilled, you create the conditions for your reality to change. And here's the most important part. If they can do it, so can you. There's nothing special or extraordinary about these individuals that separates them from you. The same principles apply to everyone. The universe doesn't play favorites. It responds to belief, emotion, and action. So the question is, what do you want to manifest in your life? Whether it's a career breakthrough, a fulfilling relationship, or a sense of peace and purpose, the process is the same. It's all about aligning your inner world with your external desires. By practicing assumption and living in the energy of your dream already fulfilled, You become a magnet for the life you want to live. The power to create your reality lies within you, just as it did for them. It's time to embrace that power and start manifesting the life you've always imagined. The power to create your reality lies within you, just as it did for them. It's time to embrace that power and start manifesting the life you've always imagined. The universe is waiting for you to ask, but not with words, with belief, emotion, and persistence. It's not enough to wish for things to happen or to passively hope that life will somehow change. The truth is, you have the power to influence your reality right now by the way you feel, think, and act. Manifesting isn't about sitting back and waiting for something magical to occur. It's about becoming an active participant in your own life, aligning yourself with the energy of your desires, and trusting that the universe will respond in kind. Every step you take toward your dream, every moment you spend feeling as if it's already real, brings you closer to it. So here's the call to action. Start today. Visualize the life you want. Feel the emotions of having it. Believe it's already yours. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for the stars to align. When you ask the universe like this, with unwavering belief and clarity, it is done. The universe begins to shift, doors start to open, and the path unfolds before you. The question now is, are you ready to take the first step? Are you ready to claim what's rightfully yours? You don't need to wait any longer. Everything you need is already within you.